Sheriff, roll call, please.
Michael Chandler.
Here.
Kel Crane.
Here.
Jordan DeLon.
Here.
Tabitha Denny.
Here.
Terry Hickey.
Here.
Terry Hodges.
Here.
Dusty Mabel.
Here.
Kenny Smith.
Here.
Brick Wall.
Here.
Michael Woodley.
Here.
Thank you. Let's ask Mr. Mabel to lead us in a word of prayer.
Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day that you've given us, God. Just the life of our bodies, Father, your goodness, your glory, Father, and we just pray for each and every one of us as we're here. Give us wisdom, God, to make sound decisions, and we just give you all the praise and glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Let's stand and say the pledge to the flag.
Mr. Chairman, I ask that we amend the agenda as presented and as line 11 and 12. 11 being old business and 12 being new business.
Put that in form of a motion, Ms. Denny.
Yes.
Do I have a second? Do we have any discussion on this? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Likewise. All right. Number 5 on the agenda, approve or disapprove of minutes for October the 18th, 2022 as printed. Any action on this?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Motion's been made to approve by Mr. Crane. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Chandler second. Are there any discussion on this? If not, we'll go on to vote. I guess we need a roll call.
Michael Chandler. Yes. Kel Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLon.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Mabel.
Yes.
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Brick Wall.
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Number 5 is Committee A report. They're number 6, sorry. So, Mr. Crane?
Yes, Committee A, we met on November 1st. Had roll call, all members were present. Mayor Sullivan presented the Capital Project Fund 171, the resolution amending the 2022-2023 Van Buren County budget for capital projects fund. The total amount of the expenditures for the fiscal year for 2022-2023 Project Fund 171 will be in the amount of $432,376. Motion was made by Ms. Denny to approve and seconded by Mr. Hickey. You got anything further on that or anything that?
No, this is just something that Megan, the Comptroller's office.
Comptroller's office.
What she asked for us to do. Even though there's more money there, it will dwindle down later, you know what I'm saying, because of when they did the budget, when it was extended out to 23, 24, that charge, that number carried over. And she said, even though that number is there, this was the number that she needed for this year.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve.
Motion been made to approve.
I'll second.
This one deal here. Was that you, Jordan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Motion been made and second. Are there any discussion on this?
What was that number changed from, or what are we changing it from to?
In that number, if you look at that number, it's like $530,000 or $60,000. But the way that the original budget was made up, it carried for the ambulance there, because it's gonna be 2 years later in being built, it carried the numbers over. And
This is,
we question it. This is straight from the comptroller's office. This is nothing that we have made up. She said, this is the way I want it.
This is an adjustment that they asked for.
Yes, they asked
Because
for
the
it.
ambulance is not gonna be here this fiscal year.
Yeah.
this is out of the ARP money too.
This is ARP money. 171 is ARP money, and this is, Megan Hofstadter is the lady, she is over us here. And this is what she asked for. Even though we was telling her we've got, more money than that there, she says, this is what I required this year.
Any more discussion? Guess we'll go on to vote. Roll call.
Michael Chandler. Kel Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLon.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Maple.
Yes.
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Rick Wall.
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anybody want to change their vote? Motion carried.
Budget amendment approval for Farmer and Morgan. Budget amendment is needed to change payment methods for Farmer and Morgan and ECE services. The payment was initially coming from the APR fund, but now will come from the general fund. Motion was approved by Mr. Hickey, motion was to approve was made by Mr. Hickey and seconded by Mr. Hodge. The ECE, that's Chuck Burgess, correct?
Chuck Burgess, yes,
Okay.
that is his company.
And this is another thing that the
Thi-
comptroller's
thi-
office
this-
is wanting us
This is
to
a
do.
different, the one that comes and does our books. She wanted this one done this way. So that the ARP money, she didn't want anybody, and that same day, we talked to 3 different auditors, and 2 of them wanted it a certain way. The one that audits us here, this is what she wants to track the ARP money. She says any ARP money left over, you will see the balance at the end and you can track it. And this was at her request. I know it sounds wild, you know what I'm saying? One wants it this way and then the other wants it this way, but this is what they've asked for and what they want. Even though we done passed Farmer Morgan and Chuck Burgess already in the other one, we had to rescind that to let this come back through.
That money that was set aside with the APR money,
It's still there.
It's still there.
Yes, no checks was never written at all.
right?
You know what I'm saying, on the,
So that, we have that money to utilize for other purposes?
we will in time, but
Okay.
she suggested that you pay everything down that you've done appropriated first. Once you have your everything paid for that was appropriated, then you have money to look to spend further.
Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Yeah, I made motion to approve and Mr. DeLon seconded.
Michael Chandler. Kel Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLon.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Dusty Maple.
Yes.
Kenny Smith.
Yes.
Rick Wall.
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
Computer upgrade for assessor of property. Per the state, new computers are needed in the property assessor's office to be able to handle the new software update coming in February of 2023. The cost of the computers will be $1,559. Motion was made by Ms. Denny to approve and seconded by Mr. DeLon. I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to approve the.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Michael Chandler.
Yes.
Kel Crane.
Yes.
Jordan DeLon.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Dusty Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Woodley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried.
Next section is the Sparta Natural Gas. Mayor Sullivan presented a request to look into changing from LP gas to natural gas. To be able to do this, we would have to have a gas line dug, and I believe the county highway department said that they would help with that, help with the cost
Yes,
of
that is
finding
correct.
somebody. For a new unit and a gas meter, it's gonna be $775. It costs the county $3,000 per year for the cost of the heating of the recycling
Building.
center.
Yes, the LP,
in Middletown.
that's the LP gas that the tank that's there now, that was the, $3,000 was the dollar amount that we spent last year just in fuel alone, not counting when the oil burner was working, that they burnt the used oil up too during that time. And so with this here, if we do, the county said they would dig the ditch. So then we would only have, I think it's a $25 membership with the gas company. And then, let's see, then there'd be $700 for a fellow to come up here and convert the LP gas to natural gas.
Motion to approve with using Sparta Natural Gas was made by Mr. Hickey and seconded by Mr. Hodge. And I think before we go any further, we had some information about LP gas. It costs $2.39 per gallon
This year.
this year.
That was just this week. We got the price of it this week.
Current, okay.
Yes, and the same day, there was a price on both of them there.
And,
So there's no difference in number of days per value.
Middle Tennessee Natural Gas, which is the Sparta Natural Gas Company,
Yes.
will be $1.36 per gallon, so it's
Yes.
a significant, about a little over a dollar. I make a motion to approve to go forward with this.
Do I hear a second? Are there any discussion on this?
So that's all it's gonna cost the county is $775 to put that in.
Yes. If the gas company put the line in themselves, they were gonna charge us $750 plus the $25. Plus, then we would have to get somebody to come and convert from the LP gas to the natural gas. This way, the county said, since it's on the right of way there, they could dig it for us. The gas company will come in and lay the pipe, and then we'll have to call the boy out of McMinnville there and we've got a copy of his bill, what he would charge right there to
That's what I
do
was
the
wondering.
repairs.
I was just wondering about the extra work, putting in the line and stuff.
Right.
Um,
So that's the situation. I mean, we can do either way. The county can dig the line for us and not cost us anything, or we can,
No, that's what I'm
or we
talking
can
about.
pay.
'Cause this said $775 for just him to convert that over. I didn't know about the extra cost.
He's gonna plumb it into our heater and
Yeah, see,
change
it's gotta be
the-
plumbed in all the way from outside, all the way in, and then,
Meter's what, $75?
I think it was $75. And that was membership and everything that it would require us to do.
If there be any extra cost for the piping or,
Well, no,
Looking up to
the
the-
$700 is for him to come and pipe. I've got a bill from, I think he was a Jones out of McMinnville.
County's gonna dig.
The
And
county's
highway
gonna dig,
department's gonna dig.
the gas company
We're gonna
is,
pay him 700 to lay the line, and then
no,
75
the
for
gas company will come in and lay the main line and do their hookup and set the meter at the building.
right,
For the fellow that's gonna do this work, he works for natural gas, but he does this on the side.
right. Okay.
And he charges $700 to come in and to replumb it from the meter to the heater, plus convert it from LP to natural. And that's parts and all.
My question, thank you.
More discussion? Move on to roll call, please.
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Bessie Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Wood.
Yes.
Motion carried. Go ahead, Mr. Crane.
All right, next section, budget amendment for the Circuit Court Clerk's Office. This is to approve the Circuit Court Clerk's Office to use money from their reserve account to purchase new laptops. Motion to approve by Ms. Denny and seconded by Mr. DeLon. I'd go ahead and make a motion to approve for the Circuit Court Clerk's Office to use their own money to buy their own laptops.
I'll
Here.
second.
You say, is that you, Tabitha?
I'll second, yes.
Okay, any discussion on this matter? Due to our clerk about to croak out, can we go all in favor? Okay, roll call.
Michael Chandler. Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLon,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Bessie Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Wood.
Yes.
Motion carried, sorry.
Rocky River Building, on that dollar amount, like amendment on that, that's, should be $2,400.
Yes.
Amendment to pay Rocky River Building to be paid for from line item 116-55731-336 for the amount of $2,400, excuse me. Motion to approve made by Mr. Hickey and seconded by Mr. Hodge. I make a motion to go ahead and go forth and get them paid.
Okay, have a second?
I'll second it.
Who was that?
Me.
The other Terry.
Any discussion on this matter? Not? Then we go ahead with the roll call. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Michael Chandler, Kel Crane,
Yes, ma'am.
Jordan DeLon,
Yes.
All sorts of messed up.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Bessie Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Wood.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Meeting was adjourned. Motion made by Mr. Hickey and seconded by Mr. Hodge. It was finally adjourned.
Move on to item number 7, approve, disapprove constable bonds for Jordan Grissom and Michael Curtis. I think that the copies of them was in our
The
last.
copies of them were in the last one. That was another mistake by me that I did not get them on the agenda. I put them in the packet, but we didn't.
I'd like to make a
That-
motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion made by Jordan to approve by Mr. DeLon and second by Mr. Crane. Would there be any discussion on this? Okay, we'll move on to vote. Mrs. Clerk?
Michael Chandler, Kel Crane,
Yes.
Jordan DeLon,
Yes.
Tabitha Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
Yes.
Bessie Maple,
Yes.
Kenny Smith,
Yes.
Rick Wall,
Yes.
Michael Wood.
No.
Anybody wish to change their vote? Motion carried. Item number 8, approve or disapprove Andrea Chandler for notary.
Notary? I make a motion to approve.
Ray made a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. DeLon. Any discussion? Clerk, roll call, I guess.
Michael Chandler. Cale Crane.
Yes.
Jordan Lyon.
Yes.
Kathy Denny.
Yes.
Terry Hickey.
Yes.
Terry Hodges.
Yes.
Bessie Maple.
Yes.
Keith Smith.
Yes.
Rick Wall.
Yes.
Michael Whitley.
Yes.
Anyone wish to change their vote? Motion carried. Number 9, approve or disapprove quarterly reports. Everybody should have had a copy of them. Have any action?
I'll make a motion to approve, Chairman.
I'll second.
Motion been made, second. Do we have any discussion on this matter?
Are these the reports from all the departments?
This is from, it should be this time.
For example, should there be one from the trustees department?
Is hers not in there?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is?
Hers is not in there?
The trustee don't have to do a quarterly report.
It just has the trustees' amounts. Trustees' cash.
And where is that? Is it under the clerk and master section, or?
She said the trustee doesn't have to do a quarterly report.
Okay. Well, I guess one question, or I guess observation I have is I don't feel like this gives a complete financial picture of where the money's at. I mean, some of the departments, it looks like the information that they're given is rather limited, and in some cases, it's pretty extensive. And I'm not sure what the process is, how they're asked for it, or whether this is in the county computer. But I mean, for example, the school, there's one page, and if I'm reading that one correctly, it's mostly a report on revenue, but not a real picture on where they stand, cash flow wise or with expenditures. So, being asked to approve the quarterly reports, I'd like to see a little bit more information on a couple of these departments to be able to have a good feel of whether I'm comfortable approving them or not. And I don't know what each department is asked for. I mean, for example, if you look at the EMS, the first one, pretty detailed there, and that third page, really helpful with beginning balances, end balances, and the monthly progression. But I didn't pick up that kind of detail on some of the other departments. So I'm just wondering if we need more information before we can be in a position to really approve the quarterly report. You're saying the trustees department is not required to make one at all? I mean, aren't they in the budget?
Trustee, no. No, the trustees department is not in the budget. The trustee divvies out the money. They don't have a budget, right? They just our bank. Employees, yes. They will, Rick, they will have a budget for their employees, but what I'm saying is, they don't really spend any money. They divvy it out to different departments of the county government, is that not right?
Right. Well, what about, for example, the mayor's office or the county main administrative department? You've got all the salaries and the office expense. I don't see a report for that part of the county budget. And again, this is only the second one of these I've seen, so bear with my questions, but would there not You
If
need
you
to
look on
be
the
a-
email, sorry to interrupt you.
No.
The email that gets sent out every week.
The weekly?
It does have salaries listed as to what we're paying each individual employee when that week falls on a payday.
Everything has to go through the comptroller's office. Everything, every penny we spend is sent straight through them. We don't have,
Yeah, I think we're all painfully aware of that, but I'm just trying to understand what kind of picture of the finances are we? Yeah, the weekly
So they
reports.
send this every week, so it tells us.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask that during our Committee A and B meeting, especially our Committee A meeting, since it's the budget, there are a few questions that I would like added to these quarterly reports that would give us a better view of, such as the ambulance service and the sheriff's department. I feel like there's a few more areas that we need to review as far as those two entities to be able to better prepare their budget and give them what they need.
Any more discussion?
The groups that does the quarterly reports, I'm sure they have a program that they go in and they print them off for each, as you have the clerk master, they have a thing you go into the quarterly reports and pull it out for the month. They are stored in the clerk's office in a file. When comptrollers come in, when the audit come in, they get those quarterly reports. They take them out. They take them upstairs, and they have a system that they go through with these quarterly reports. I don't know what their system is or what they do with it, but I keep them in a file. They come and get them, they take them upstairs, and they do whatever they do. That's what I thought the whole I don't know, but I can find out tomorrow.
The ambulance service is done through a billing company, AMB. So that's who provides this one. That's why theirs is so detailed, with the graphs and the amounts. They bill those calls, and they get a percentage of those bills, so.
Well, the highway department one is, as well, it looks like they kicked it out of the computer, because it's pretty detailed, line by line. I guess I was expecting to see something akin to that, you know, for the school as well, and the other departments, so. That's why I was asking how what they're asked for.
as far as I can remember, the way the schools is, that's the way that it's always been sent to us from 20 years ago. I mean, that's just a standard quarterly report that they send.
Also, right here, on like he's talking about on the solid waste. Our weekly, it shows some of the stuff, but it don't show how much fuel they're using.
Well, I mean, we didn't go down into detail on each thing. A lot of that on solid waste, I had added there just so you could see numbers of what was happening there.
What was coming in, what's going out.
Yes, what was coming in, what was going out, so you could get an idea of where the money was going. It was not to make you a complete itemized statement. That was just a general factor of numbers that we could pick up easy, just go in there and say, this is what, how many tons came in, or you know what I'm saying, how many dollars we had to pay out to McMinnville there for the garbage that we had taken off. Because I thought you needed to see where a lot of the numbers were there.
Yeah,
you know,
what's
not-
going out and then what's coming in.
That's
from
right.
Fall
So
Creek
you
Falls
get an
and
idea
Wetzel
of how it changes, and it's hard to give you an exact number. Because if you have a holiday or something come in there, you know what I'm saying, that you could give you a monthly report of the fuel if that's what you want.
Well, it would help on the,
I mean, you know what
on
I'm
the
saying?
weekly deal or the monthly, either one, if we could get, then we can kind of see where some of it's going.
Right.
That's just a suggestion, and
That's something that we can work on. I appreciate the fact that he put this on here, and this was a question of mine, the residential waste collections, what it was bringing in. That's, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the $7, right? The residential waste collections?
It can't, yes, it should be.
That should be that's what the $7 brings in monthly, the way I understand it.
And while we're on that, I don't know if this is not the right time or not. I think so. Caney Fork has sent us a bill for a person not paying.
We got a
So,
motion on the floor.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just making you aware now,
Yeah.
while we're talking in general,
Yeah.
Here's the first thing. Caney Fork sent us a bill for what?
Let's get this
Okay.
passed and we'll get on to that. Any more discussion on this deal, on the approval of the quarterly reports? If not, let's go on to vote.
Michael Chandler, Bill Crane,
Yes.
Jordan Devine,
Yes.
Kathy Denny,
Yes.
Terry Hickey,
Yes.
Terry Hodges,
yes.
Desi Nabel,
Yes.
Kenny Smith, Greg Law,
No.
Michael Woodley,
Yes.
Anyone wish to change your vote? Motion carried. Okay, now then. Like we said, we was gonna put old business. All right, wait a minute. We got a review copy of updated road list. I don't know, do we have to do anything? Any
no,
action needed on that?
it was just sent to you as a courtesy, so you would
Okay,
have it for your file if you wanted it.
okay. No action needed on the review, so we're going to number 11, which would be old business. Any old business? I think what Mr. Mayor was talking about is we have an individual in our county that has refused basically to pay the $7 waste fees, if I'm correct, since it started.
You're correct.
Every month he pays his electric bill, he withholds $7. And he has ever since it started. We don't know what to do about this.
What does he do with his garbage?
Huh?
What does he do with his garbage?
I don't know that, you know. What can be
Well,
done?
What district does he live in?
Talked to the mayor about it, and I've sent
It's just basically, it's in limbo. Just have to let the process take place, right?
Was it sent by regular mail or was it for signed?
the way I do that, I send it by certified and by regular, because people won't pick up a certified letter, it'll come back, but the regular never does, so that's pretty good. And I'm sure that's a procedure that my secretary follows this.
So, do we need to, decide whether we need to want to go farther with this?
I would wait, because the letter did not go out, the mayor and I talked about it, not last Thursday, but Thursday before that, and the letter did not get out until probably first or second of November.
Wait, this school meeting comes back again, see what's done?
What would be the process of like our, across the mountain, like getting the electric company to collect over there? Is that even possible? Because I know, there would be people that had wells and things that wouldn't. Would the water department collect? What would be the process of getting the electric company to do it over there? Like, it's Squatchy Valley to do it like Caney Fork does.
I think the water department does it across the mountain, don't it?
Ones that has a well,
I know that, I'm not for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So, they have electricity, so.
right.
you know, the water utility collects in that area. And so there would be, more people would, or, you know, almost everyone, if not everyone, would have electricity, and there'd be some people with wells and other sources of water that wouldn't be, having to contribute to this. So I was just wondering if there's any way we could get it where that the Squatchy Valley Electric possibly could. Is there, has anyone talked to them, or? Well, this has been in since it was established, and if you go back and pull the regulations, there is not a whole lot of information there. I guess I'm asking, how could we check into changing that? Well, I mean,
Is it SBEC?
Yes.
yes. No, we're dealing with the Fall Creek Utilities. Fall Creek Utilities is collecting it now. Yes. Okay. But they're wanting Sequatchie Valley to check into them doing it instead of the water department.
What he's saying is, the people that's over there on Squatch Valley that has a well, they're not paying their they're not paying their sanitation fee because it's not coming through Fall Creek. Okay?
We're having people saying they can't hear because people aren't talking in the microphones. Specifically, Mr. Upchurch, if you wouldn't mind speaking in, because they can't hear you at all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So Mr. Upchurch is gonna check into this, Jordan. Any other old business? What about new business?
We have the
Fire board
fire board.
deal. What this consists of is, we need to approve the members of the fire board, right?
Yes.
Give me that paper, I didn't hit one.
For the 22-23 year.
As a whole,
The whole, yes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Crane has made a motion to approve the fire board, and who second? Mr. Woodley.
Mr. Woodley?
Do we have to do roll call? Do what?
Voice vote would be fine.
All in favor, say yes.
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 All opposed, likewise. Motion carried. Any other new business?
I don't have any.
Will these, the new hours, will they be posted up somewhere for everybody to see? Because I know there's not really anywhere at the convenience center.
Now, if they're not, I told them to get some stickers and change the numbers there where people will see now where they have or not. If they haven't, call me.
Posted on social media?
The new hours
Yes.
are posted on the website and on Google.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to make sure.
Anything else? Anybody from the, Mr., you got anything? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion adjourned. Meeting adjourned.
Motion